Catch a wave and you're sitting on top of the world.
Well, hello everybody, here we are. It's me, Liz Green, with
the Happy Jackster.
Woo! Here we are for very nice
high vibes.
Do you know, it's only 1 week on and we've already got our name. That happened really quickly, didn't it, Jackie?
It did.
So I guess the official hello is welcome everybody to very nice high vibes.
High vibes.
High vibes. We knew that was going to happen. But cheers.
Right. I'm on the takeaway coffee this morning.
Fabulous. Any syrup in there, Jackie?
I tell you what, I haven't. But you know what? I've told you before about this place where they do. Sometimes they do art on the top of the coffee cup.
Yeah.
And I nearly passed out when I saw that they put a heart on once. I'd looked down. I couldn't believe it. And today, you can't see it now because I've had it for about an hour. Yeah. But they put a white feather on the top.
You see, I see feathers as signs from your angels, your universal angels.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I was going, ooh.
Yeah, I've been seeing feathers all over, so it's so synchronistic that you just said that. And I'm like, yeah, this is a message from the universe, our magical universe. Because just to share with everybody, we may as well, this is the vibe share and we're open books. We've actually been trying to get this recording going, haven't we, Jackie, and playing with the universe and saying what would it take to get this recording going, and we are recording now and we're split screen, but we really had to put it out there today, didn't we, Jackie?
Yes, and you said the same as me, is that I was waiting for you to call me back, and I just said, right, just let it go. It actually doesn't matter if we do the show today, and I just thought I can make some videos and do this, and I was so excited and bubbling over to share with you that it was almost probably blocking.
Yeah,
no?
I think so, because I was the same. I've been getting ready, and I think because this is the second time. So once you've done something once, the next time is easier. And then once you've done something twice, I think you could do it 1,000,000 times. You know, it's limitless, unlimited. But today, because it was the second time and we kind of knew what to expect, it's been bubbling up. The energy was so powerful. For no reason. It was like call recorder was like, not just yet. So we kind of had this little test before we even got here today, didn't we? And do you know what? I'm going to kind of keep doing this now. Because I read
did you get a new set of tea bags?
Yeah, because do you know what today's is called? I got it in Glastonbury, because I was in Glastonbury this weekend in my first workshop, wasn't I?
Yes.
I got them in Glastonbury. They're called Green Energy. Because last week you asked me what tea I was drinking, and I was like, I don't know.
You know what's this?
Yeah, Green Energy. And I've got my Peruvian purple on today, and you've got the green. And the message on this, maybe it's something synchronistic about what we're doing and why the call recorder didn't work. Now I think about it. Yeah. It says, let me take it, can you see it there? Well, it's a bit blurred on the camera, but it says, it is better to build bridges than bricks.
It's better to build bridges than bricks.
Yeah. So maybe it's what we're doing here today. You know, we were looking at it as today's energy, today's vibe share, the brick within the bridge that we're building.
Yes.
Maybe. And it's more about the bridge.
What I find as well is that because I know that I'm doing this and things keep bubbling up that I want to share, but what I would rather do is just for it to be just inspired on the moment. So then if you start to build up all these things that you want to talk about, that maybe is the brick, the block.
Yeah.
Rather than letting it flow. And funny enough, when I was driving this morning, I looked at this van and it said clear channel.
I love that. I love that you've mentioned that, Jackie. We're so in tune because we followed a van most of the way to Glastonbury, and all I could see, white van man driving really fast as well. At the top right of his van, it said something like plug in, turn on, tune in, energy. It was, it was an electrical van, but that was there all the way. And I know you're the same as me, noticing the signs, because my view from my window is into a beautiful valley. In the middle of the valley is the M1. So I see, and I can see the lorries going past. So when I open the curtains on a morning, I notice the signage on the vehicles and the little switches and triggers from the universe. How cool.
It's funny you should say that because I think it was the other day you were meeting Jolene Setterfield, and I was in my living room, pottering on, and I was just thinking about, I was excited knowing that you guys were meeting, and as I just looked up, this huge van, now I don't get vans, came through, massive, and on the side it went, rock stars. And I thought, I always want to text and say, oh, I've just seen this van.
I see stuff like that all the time. It's like, there's a lot of signage on lorries with crowns and star, or like coaches and stuff with stars on, and I think it's just that flash of whatever's around you and opening your eyes and waking up to the messages that we can receive as well.
And also it's just choosing what you want to tune into.
Yes, yeah.
And reaffirming it for yourself as well, just picking out, you know, those things. Yeah. Just awesome.
Yeah, I love that we've started talking about signage on vans. You know, I've brought this from a past life, really, because I used to work in print. I don't know if you know that about me, Jackie. I used to work in print and advertising, so, you know,
really?
Like, obviously I've got an eye for seeing stuff, but I love the fact that the universe is sending us the high vibe messages, so keep it coming. Woo!
I tell you what was also that I haven't had a chance to talk to you about is Saturday, around 8 o'clock. What did you see?
Ah, yes, it was the rainbow. And you've already mentioned Jolene. She saw the same rainbow because she was in Glastonbury, but I didn't see her on Saturday. I saw her on Thursday. There's been this string of energy around us all, hasn't there? Yes. And where were you this weekend, Jackie?
Well, I was in London, Lord's Cricket Ground. It was very nice. Went to the first ever wedding ever held there. Wow. And was very kind of, you know, was very nice, and we kind of was lots of champagne flowing, and so I had a few
bubbles.
bubbles
in the champers.
And we got to do a tour actually around the cricket ground. And when they said, "Oh, do you want to do the tour?" You think, you know, kind of in high heels around the cricket ground. But I tell you what, it was absolutely fantastic. And also went into this special building. It's like an oval kind of that floats in the sky, and it's all for journalists. Ooh. And where all the TV people go when they're doing, you know, when they're watching the cricket matches and they're reporting. And I just thought, isn't that funny that I should end up in this box sitting there on the reporter's desk?
That's the law of attraction in action, because people who are watching this, well, they won't know what we were discussing after the show. I mean, I've got to put this out there as well, Jackie, to see if you feel the same. So it's 1 week since our first vibe share on Very Nice High Vibes. And I've got a similar feeling to that which I did when I spent 1 week in Peru. I feel like the last week has been jam-packed full of what may have unfolded in 6 months for some people. It's like the instant manifestations. Oh, I've got the goosebumps.
Yeah.
Instant manifestations popping and happening, but so much stuff has unfolded in such a short space of time, and it's fabulous, isn't it?
Do you know what I think? I'll mention the other part of why the Lord's Cricket Ground quickly as well. Around 8 o'clock, I saw this stunning rainbow across the top of Lord's Cricket Ground, which you then had seen, and you're saying that Jolene had saw, and I was just like, wow, you know. And I said the speeches were going on, and I was about to jump up and go, look, guys, there's a rainbow over your picture, because I was thinking, what a good omen to see a rainbow, because this couple had their faces like on the big screens outside. So this rainbow came over, but you know, that's for me and you, that's very significant. I'm sure to 150 guests in the middle of speeches, it wouldn't have been.
You jumping up and down. I've got to do a video for Very Nice High Vibes, everybody, there's a rainbow. Because you told me about it, and I had this vision of the VoRteX version of you. Yeah, because you were in your VoRteX, but you were in your calm, positive VoRteX. I imagine you were in that, oh yes, prim and proper VoRteX. You know the one I mean, where you're like, yes, I'm here and I've got the goosebumps, but I'm just going to keep it within, yeah? Whereas I had this vision of the high vibe, bubbly VoRteX version of you in your posh frock, jumping up with your camera going, I've got to make a video, do you get this, everybody? And everybody's just going, who is she? You know, it's that kind of, it's within us, and however it bubbles up, it's still, you know, the rainbow, how cool.
But what I just thought I'd better tell people about that part, because it kind of went with the rainbow that you saw. But then what you just said after that was about what happened within the week. Now, this is my version. I'll see what you think as well. But I think that because we've had this half an hour, like last week and this week, we're in the vortex and we're talking about things, and I think the energy starts popping things off, pop, 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 pop. You know, it's like something starts really moving, and I think so. It's so valuable. Yeah. Because I was even thinking this morning, I love doing things that I love to do. I could think of nothing better than sitting, having a chat with you for half an hour, regardless if it's recorded on the internet or whatever, you know,
wherever.
So if it's something that you just would love to do anyway, the energy that's in that is just, well, you know, it's magical. So
that's it, because the build up, the excitement, and do you know, one of the things, I posted it on Facebook last week actually, and I ended up mentioning it at my workshop on Saturday. It's about the energy of people, because it can be, doesn't matter if it's 2, 5, 10, 20, 40, when you get together, we're co-creating, so we're co-creating on our own with our universal manager, the angels, the feather on your coffee, you know, you co-create yourself. But when the energy of the joint co-creation comes together, this is how I see it, is that the energy of 2, it's like, it's the kiddie thing, it's the times table for me. I always go back to kids stuff. 2 times 2 is 4, so our energy is times up to 4, it's so powerful. 3 would be 9, the energy of 4 people would be 12, 5 people would be whatever, I've lost count now. I only know up to my 4 times table. But yeah, you get where I'm coming. It's like our energy has set this ball in motion, and I guess the people who've watched us, maybe it's their co-creation of their energy and how they perceive what we're doing has added another string of energy to it all. So it's like super fast forwarded everything.
And I think what I love as well is that, you know, why do this show? But I think we get it. I think we are. What I realised about you, Liz, is that what I admired about you from the beginning was that you are willing to go there to that energy. And that's what when you think that, that's where I want to go, to that place. So therefore, I love that opportunity to be with you and just like, whoa, you know, I know that you'll go there, you know. And what I feel like is that people might think, well, why am I sitting watching these girls having a conversation? But I feel like just by being present and people who are doing it, that if you're willing to take the benefits on of that, it's just then people watching actually get the same energy.
It's like you can.
Over.
I've always said about soaking it up. Vibes are like the sunshine. It's like the rays of sunshine that you'd soak up laid on a beach. For me, and I know that you, like when we were getting the recording started earlier, you'd flicked on an Abraham Hicks YouTube vid. It's like you're just soaking it up and milking it. And people as well, I think, like you. Thank you, by the way, for what you said about appreciating. I appreciate you because you help me kind of let some inhibitions go, because I coach and I've had this whole business thing I've been setting up. You let me, I guess, allow me to let that go, because you've never really had any reason for doing your video log. I started it kind of to spread my vibes. You just decided to just be and put it out there. So there's an energy exchange there, isn't there? But I think it's kind of about something we mentioned after last week's show, because we both had contrast, and let's share that in our vortex today. We had contrast about the name and the connections with Borat, going, very nice, high five, it's like, is that professional? Should we be calling it that? Could it offend people? There was all sorts of contrast came up, but I think it was you, Jackie, who said, as long as what we're doing is in our positive vortex and we're doing it from the centre of our hearts and it's for the highest good, then it's fine. What do you think?
I think it's wonderful, and it's funny that you should mention the contrast, because I got something so wonderful out of the bit of contrast that came up, and this happens to me, like I get so excited, we did the show, and then I start watching back, and then there's a little voice inside starts telling me all these things, Well, then I start thinking, maybe I'll start to speak clearer, and then I'll get more confident, and maybe I better tell Liz I'll get more confident. And then I can't remember what it was, but I needed, and actually I was anticipating it coming as well. I knew, because this is what happens, and I thought I'm going to have the opportunity to clean it up.
Catch a wave and you're sitting on top of the world.